Good evening, YouTube. This is Rob Pollard at another VR race using Project Cars. Racing on the Sonoma Raceway, and I'm racing the SMS Formula Rookie car. It's kind of like a souped-up go-kart. There's no real downforce on it, and it does tend to be a little bit skittery, although luckily there's not a lot of power with the car to get you into any kind of trouble. Now let's take a look at my racing setup. I've got the T300 RS steering wheel, Alcantara cover, awesome steering wheel. It's mounted on a GT Amiga frame, which is great for taking up and putting away. There you can see the brake mod on T3PA pedals. That makes the brake a lot more progressive, much like a real car. Really like this setup. Very good force feedback, very smooth and very strong. Hello, on to the race. We're right at the back.
Green, green, green.
Just gone green, and we're zipping off. Now I'm trying to drive as defensively as possible. It's a 5-lap race, so my plan is to overtake the cars once they're a bit more split from each other. So we're starting to catch up now. Just to get past the blue car, but he starts to does he come back on me? No, I actually do get past him. Now, I absolutely love Sonoma Raceway. I've never really raced it until, well, this race, and the thing I love about it is how hilly it is. It's really, really good fun to drive around. And with this particular car as well, it seems to be just the right car for this circuit. Now the opponents, I've got them on the usual skill, which really I think is about 50 or 60%. Now it's obvious since I got the wheel, my racing's actually improved, so I might have to start thinking about increasing the skill level. So again, trying to drive as defensively as possible. Do we get past him? No. One place that I do use to overtake the AI cars is on the last turn, just for the start finish straight, so I can really outbrake them there. And it's coming up now, so you'll see me hit the brakes at the very last minute and get past quite a few of them. As I say, the indications are that I've got good enough now that perhaps I need to ramp up the AI driver skill level. The feeling of speed in VR, especially in an open vehicle like this, is absolutely awesome. You really feel like you're shifting, and like I say, with the...
We've got some pressure from the guy behind. You'll need to brake as late as you can. You may need to cover the inside line.
He's already zipped in front of me, so that message is a bit late. But yeah, with the real 3D and the feedback through the steering wheel, it really feels like you're there. And I just can't emphasise that enough. There's a few occasions on this race where my clutch control isn't too good, and I actually end up missing a gear or two. And that's normally when the other cars start coming back up on me. Now this downhill part is quite skittery. Once you get down, once you see the curve, you can really lay on the power. So straight down here to a fairly tight right-hander coming up. And I think at this point, am I in the lead? Yeah, I think I've just about made it in the lead now. So I can now drive the circuit at my normal speed. Whereas before I was holding back a little so that I didn't end up crashing into the AI. Absolutely great fun. Now I know there are going to be some viewers out there who say, Rob, you should be playing the AI on 100%, but I suspect with my current skill level, if I did that, they'd end up rear-ending me a lot as I brake too early for the corners. So, and at the end of the day, when you're single-player racing, you're doing it for fun, and you don't want to be in a race where the
you're leading by 3 seconds over second place. That's great.
3 seconds,
keep pushing,
yeah.
keep the gap.
But you don't want to be playing single player games where the AI is continually knocking you off the track, so that's why I've dialed it down a bit. But given that I've got this far ahead in the race, I think there is a case for me to dial them up a bit. One thing this recording doesn't show that well, which you really get in VR, is how hilly this circuit is. Like, in this 2D recording, you can see the hills, kind of, but in VR, the hills look really, really hilly. I mean, this downwards hill part here, you really feel like you're zipping down a steep hill, but you don't get that on a 2D screen. And I think that's why I like this circuit in VR, because it's just so hilly and so exhilarating going up and down these hills. So you're about to make it onto the hairpin. Now, at this stage of the race, I know I'm in the lead, and I know I have to put in good lap times. I'm also trying to not crash, basically. And this car is very skittery, and it is quite easy to off-balance it by changing gear at the wrong time, or going in too hot and then end up losing the car because there's no downforce on it, so you can be very careful. Here we are with VR. We can actually look into the turn a little bit there, which makes a lot of fun. So down the start-finish. A quick glance left at the crowds.
That's the fastest lap of the race. Great lap.
Way fastest lap. So yeah, the race at this stage is a little bit boring because I'm so far in the lead. But yeah, I can't get over how flat the circuit looks on a 2D screen, whereas in VR it's. I mean, this part here is super hilly. You feel like you're absolutely zipping down a steep hill, but you just don't get that. Yeah, the driving open wheelers in VR, you really do get a good sensation of speed, a lot more so than a standard, say, GT car. I still have I guess a lot of practice to put in, because as you can see, I'm missing some of my apexes, and if you listen carefully you can hear where I'm even missing my gear changes. I think I'm getting too excited in certain places, going for a gear change and not getting my clutch down in time, and when the clutch isn't down, the car won't let me change up or down, so I need to relax a bit more and coordinate my clutch with the gear changes a bit more. I mean, it's a little bit unrealistic in that right now I'm using the gear pedals on the back of the steering wheel, whereas this car in reality has a separate gear lever on the right there. It's my intent to actually buy a standalone gear lever and integrate that into my rig so I can have a more realistic experience. So we're down the start finish straight. I think we're coming on to the last lap now. So we're winding our way up the hill. Again, I let the power bleed off before I turn into this corner. So again, the car can get quite skittery here. You don't want to put on too much acceleration. Then drop down a gear, and here again I'm kind of not changing down until I'm on a straight, because it really puts the car out of shape there. And again, this part here is quite a steep hill. What I tend to do here, crest the brow, hit the brakes, and then I kind of let the car sort of almost coast until I see the rumble strip on the left about here, and then I can start applying the power. Straight down this straight, very tight right-hander coming up. Probably braked a little bit too early there, and you can kind of double apex this, but again I completely missed the apex there. And I suspect if I played this with the AI at 100%, they would really punish me for that. But I'm getting smoother in my driving. I'm certainly a lot better than I was. So we're heading down the downhill S's. Now again, in VR it looks like you're going down quite a steep hill, whereas here it's fairly flat. and we're coming on to the final turn, and I think this is the last lap of this race. So here we go, onto the straight.
That's P1, that's the kind of job we're looking for. Great driving.
One, excellent. But like I said, that's probably because the AI is set too easy. Hey, thank you for watching. Bye.